Yourself.com. Bankonyourself.com.
All right, we are officially live on KMOX.
Sports updates at 15 and 45.
I'm not on the air yet at KMOX, but I'm going to be very shortly.
Afternoons, America's Sports Voice.
Let's kind of give you a behind-the-scenes look at what it's all about before we get ready to do it. They're in the news break and all that stuff at the top of the hour. If you want to write me, please do.
The Arch. Good evening. I'm Alex Degman. The plan
just go to Facebook, Rob Carson Show. You already are there.
After getting passed out of
and
committee,
check it out.
Okay. With the alderman.
I mean, it came out of committee as a much better bill than it was when it went in, which makes me happy.
We don't need a soccer stadium. I need more development in my community.
My deep questions are, how much is this going to cost the city of St. Louis and its taxpayers?
Supporters believe the plan will get the 15 votes it needs to pass the full board and go before voters on the April ballot. Under the new deal, the city would provide about $35 million in public funds over 20 years for the stadium. That's down from $60 million, which itself was down from an initial $80 million. Ferguson officials have missed critical deadlines in the early stages of an agreement with the Justice Department, but the beleaguered Missouri town's city manager says the process is now moving in the right direction. Ferguson's been under Justice Department scrutiny since the
phone lines are open. We are good to go here.
And we are live on Facebook, brother.
Police departments can face complying with the sweeping overhauls mandated by the Justice Department. Thousands of local Catholics, including St. Louis Archbishop Robert Carlson, took part in the annual March for Life in Washington, D.C. today. KMOX religion editor Fred Bottomer has that story.
Walk for Life shirts here.
More than 2,100 made the trip to D.C. on 38 buses organized by the St. Louis Archdiocese. Archbishop Robert
Fred's
Carlson
a good guy.
The Trump administration
hell of a producer.
To the pro-life effort.
We're hopeful that there are some things passed that protect unborn children, obviously. We've been working at that for a long time. It's not by accident that we've been doing this with people from across the United States every year since 1973. We're not going to stop. If people ignore us, that's fine, because we're going to be back year after year after year.
In total, roughly 3,000 St. Louisans made the trip, representing at least 60 parishes and schools in the Archdiocese. Fred Bottomer, News Radio 1120 KMOX.
I believe the potential of having a startup nation here in St. Louis is quite high.
That's Guy Weitzman, founder of the tech company Atomation, that's moving its headquarters from Israel to St. Louis. The group BioSTL held a welcome in Ameren corporate headquarters today because Atomation is doing some work for the utility company. BioSTL President Don Rubin says its global STL pitch has been wildly successful in a number of countries.
Connect these overseas companies with decision makers in St. Louis's largest corporations, healthcare systems, hospitals, universities, and provide access and attention to them that they would never get if they went to Silicon Valley or to the East Coast.
Atomation looks to hire 20 employees at the outset. Illinois Governor Bruce Rauner says he's deeply disappointed by a lawsuit filed to stop state workers from getting paid. Attorney General Lisa Madigan filed the suit in St. Clair County. She's asking the court to lift an order that keeps paychecks flowing despite a 19-month budget impasse. Rauner disagrees with the move.
I hope this is not a direct attempt to cause a crisis, to force a shutdown of the government, to force another stopgap spending plan as a step to force a tax hike without any changes to our broken system.
Madigan says the order to keep paying state employees has removed much of the urgency needed to reach a budget deal. KMOX News Time 10:07. Sign up now to participate in the annual Big Brothers Big Sisters of Southwestern Illinois Bowl for Kids' Sake by visiting bbbsil.org or by calling 618-398-3162. Mainly clear our forecast overnight tonight. Breezy with temperatures in the in the mid to upper 20s.
Oh.
And then we'll see some sun to start the day tomorrow. Then we'll be turning
let's own this.
9:30H. Right now, 29 degrees in Edwardsville, St. Charles, and 29 under a clear sky downtown at the Arch. I'm Alex Degman, KMOX News Time, 10:08.
Happy Friday. How you doing? Rob Carson filling in on News Radio 1120 KMOX, the voice of St. Louis. It is an honor and a privilege to be here tonight. The number, 314-436-7900 or 1-800-925-1120. Again, it is an honor and a privilege to be here. Now, I'm going to be here for a couple of hours, so I want you to call in with your thoughts. I'm going to open the show and just say, first week of Donald Trump, what'd you think? First week of Donald Trump, what'd you think? I'm going to get into some of the executive orders that he signed this week and more, but I'm going to throw that out. We'll get more into it in a few. But think about it. What did you think of the president? It's still hard for me to believe that Donald Trump is a president. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah, he actually had a press conference with the Prime Minister of Great Britain. I thought he was charming, to be quite honest. I was kind of blown away. We'll get into that very shortly. I am broadcasting live on Facebook as well. All right. What you need to do is go to Facebook and go to Rob Carson Show. You can see my lovely face, although not very well shaven. It's really funny. I haven't shaved for like 4 days. You won't even notice it because I have the facial hair of a 12-year-old boy. I've never needed to shave much. So anyway, I would love to have you check that out. You want to see the studio and say hello and message me. It is Facebook at Rob Carson Show. I'd love it. Stacy's already on. Michel's already on. Hello. You can message me there, or you can call here, 314-436-7900 or 1-800-925-1120. I also do a radio show that is politics, pop culture, observational humor, comedy, all that. It's kind of like a libertarian-leaning daily show. But I also do a food podcast. I'm a big foodie, all right? So I love food, and I like to say that, we can disagree on politics. We won't disagree on ribs unless you're a vegan, and if that's the case, you have an eating disorder. But tonight I'm going to share the news. Tonight on my food blog, which is Rob Carson's Table, Facebook, I had one of those. I did it, and they came out yesterday. The Taco Bell Naked Chicken Chalupa. I'm not a food snob. All right, I know how to cook. I've got a couple hundred cooking videos on the web, as well as being a writer for Rush Limbaugh and others. It's a weird juxtaposition of, I guess, career skills. But I did the Naked Chicken Chalupa because I love it when fast food or food in general flies in the face of all these just doofuses that are telling us what we need to eat, what we shouldn't eat, what's terrible, what's bad, and all that stuff. So I had a Naked Chicken Chalupa. It is this. What they did is they hammered out this antibiotic-free chicken and made it into a taco shell and then folded it. They fill it with an avocado sauce and lettuce and tomatoes, okay? And I tried that for the first time tonight. And here. I thought it was really great. I thought it was great. I really did. I thought it was wonderful. And I thought, like I said, it is what it is. Taco Bell rocks. It's just awesome. And God bless them for trying something new. It's interesting that instead of putting the meat in the tortilla, they made the meat the tortilla. And it's spectacular. Spectacular. Loved it. Oh, did you hear about that? McDonald's giving away 10,000 bottles of the Big Mac sauce, the special sauce. 2 all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onion, sesame. They were giving away 10,000 bottles of it, I guess, and it got to online bidding. I don't know if it's eBay or whatever. Somebody bid like $100,000 for a stupid bottle of this stuff. That's not real, but it's basically pretty much Thousand Island dressing. But I celebrate food. I love food. I love trying new things. Naked Chicken Chalupa, kaboom! McDonald's Big Mac special sauce. Don't think I'd pay $100,000 for it. Trudy's on the line, by the way. Or Trudy not on the line, but Trudy is watching on Facebook. Mike is watching on Facebook as well. If you want to check out the show tonight while I do it in real time, you can see my messy hair. Seriously, I want you to look at my face and see if you can tell I haven't shaved in 5 days. It's ridiculous. Anyway, it is Facebook and Rob Carson Show. And the first order of business, I just want to ask you, and the whole show's not going to be about politics. I've got so much. I've got local stuff. I've got statewide stuff from the state of Missouri. I've got some great audio. But I want to ask you, just at the beginning of the show, this guy, Donald Trump is the president. I still, even as a libertarian-leaning conservative Republican, it's wild. Today we saw him with the Prime Minister of Great Britain, Donald Trump. I like the fact that he's moved in and he's kicking ass and taking names. And so many times you've got these government bureaucrats who move in and they have meetings all day and they have meetings all year and they never get anything done. And this guy's like, today I've got a meeting here, executive order, and it's again, we've got a lot of local stories we're going to hear very shortly. My name is Rob Carson. You are listening to News Radio 1120 KMOX. Stick around.
Broadcasting from the Kmox Boardwalk Lending Studios. Boardwalk Lending. Intelligent loans.
And we're off.
Intelligent power.
You notice your house isn't holding its temp anymore, or it can't get up to a certain temp. Your furnace has probably been acting up this whole time. But you're just going to start noticing now. There are switches and safeties on furnaces the furnace will come on and then go back off. And it'll just keep on cycling like that. And all you hear the furnace running and you're just assuming it's working. But now you're finding out that it's not working. So if you're being told by your company that it's going to be 2, 3, 4 days, don't worry. Just call me. We'll get somebody out there very quick. And we'll get your heat back on as quickly as we can. If you've been told, or you decide that you want a new furnace, we can have your furnace installed, and in most cases, in 24 hours or less, and you have your heat back on. So if you don't have any heat, call me, Bart Inman, at 314-293-2600. It's Bart Inman, 314-293-2600.
Hey guys, it's Chris Raby. I walked into the bedroom store last week not having any idea what kind of mattress was right for me. We've all done it before. You buy a mattress without really knowing what you're buying. Not at the bedroom store. As soon as I walked in, Denny Boyd and his staff began educating me about how I needed to think about sleeping, how I needed to think about buying a mattress. And it's so easy. I went through the Sleep Metrics program. It scientifically matches the correct mattress with your body profile and sleep style. Take the guesswork out of finding the right mattress. Then they offer a 5-star guarantee, the best pricing, selection, service, fast free delivery, satisfaction guaranteed, or your money back. Their motto is quality sleep for a better life. And I can't wait to get my new Cube mattress from the bedroom store and tell you all about it. Trust me. Go into one of their 15 area retail locations, say hello to Denny Boyd and his staff, and try the brand new Cube bed for yourself. The bedroom store. Quality sleep for a better life.
Paid for by the American Beverage Association, a member of the Illinois Coalition Against Beverage Taxes.
Some politicians in the state legislature must think we're made of money. Why else would they keep piling on new taxes? Have you heard the latest? Hang on to your shopping cart for this one. They're talking about a penny per ounce tax on hundreds of common beverages, like teas, soda, juice drinks, energy drinks, sports drinks, and even flavored water. That means paying an extra $1.44 on a 12-pack and an extra 67 cents for a 2-liter.
What is this?
Seriously? My family is not the personal bank of Springfield, but they just keep
Oh yeah, we've all been making fun of this spot.
We work hard to get the most out of our budget.
Who wants to-
Why shouldn't the state legislature be expected to do the same?
Who wants
Send
to-
a message to your state legislator
Tax?
right
I guess
now.
Illinois is
Go
trying to
online
impose
to
some tax, but like,
noilbeveragetax.com.
if paying
Tell them
one
you
extra
can't
cent
afford to
per
pay
ounce
more at the store.
It's bullshit.
is really gonna
That's
break this girl, maybe she just should stop buying soda.
Take action
No, it's
now.
bullshit. It's a bullshit tax, dude. Sorry.
Caring for generations.
Sorry.
That's what we do every
Illinois
day.
needs the money though.
We're St. Anthony's
Doesn't matter.
Medical Center for your heart and vascular needs. Specialists with a goal to stay at the
Anybody on the
forefront
line or
of
no?
heart and vascular health. Nationally recognized.
All
Performing the latest in minimally invasive procedures.
What's wrong with
for
these damn
you
people?
And your family. To find a doctor, call
Don't they know I'm
314
awesome?
Anthony today. St. Anthony's Medical Center.
Yeah,
Caring
tough
for
time slot to get
generations.
callers.
That's okay.
Message and
We'll
data
get it
rates
going, brother.
This
Trust
message
me
is
on this.
only for
Friday
men who want
nights,
vein-popping gains. If you're not
Yeah,
ready to build
yeah.
serious muscle,
You can't imagine people.
because
Remember the
we're
phone
only
number.
giving complimentary bottles of Volcano
Can't imagine
to
people
guys
don't
who
want to
aren't
sit
afraid
around
to
and
stack
watch
on the
the
plates.
listen to the radio.
Volcano is the professional grade.
Maybe I should be better off at 1 o'clock after bars.
From
I think
Force
you get some
Factor,
good
the
calls.
groundbreaking muscle builder that GNC just can't keep in stock. This incredibly
All
powerful
right, I got
supplement
the,
is not
got
for
your,
everyone. If you're not ready to get ripped, don't bother. Everyone else can get a
Facebook window
complimentary
open your
bottle by
message. So.
texting MASS.
Got some people watching on Facebook, though, brother.
Volcano gives you an explosive boost.
We
in
are
nitric
back in
oxide,
30
which
seconds.
quickly amplifies your energy and power. You'll tackle every rep with more intensity and endurance, better drive and performance, and faster recovery. The result? A serious increase in lean muscle mass, size, strength, and definition guaranteed. Ready for shocking gains? Get your complimentary bottle of Volcano by texting MASS to 369-369.
What a childish, a bunch of shite.
369.
Where St. Louis lives online. KMOX.com.
Hello, hello. It's Rob Carson filling in on News Radio 1120 KMOX, the voice of St. Louis. I am broadcasting live on Facebook while doing the show as well. If you get a chance to go to Facebook, just look up Rob Carson Show. You don't know who I am, but I'm a talk radio show host. One of my most notable things is that I started writing for Rush Limbaugh in 1990 as a kid right out of Northwest Missouri State University. So I've been writing political satire for Rush. If you ever listen to a show, you probably heard some of my stuff. Mark Reardon's also a good buddy of mine. We started out in radio together in Columbia, Missouri years ago. I still have the air checks of him, and I will share eventually. Anyway, it's great to have you here on the show. Again, check out Rob Carson Show on Facebook. Trudy's watching, Stacy's watching, Mike is watching, Michelle is watching. You should be watching too. I would love you to check it out. You can actually see me. It'll be a little the audio's a little bit off kilter, but you can see it, or you can of course certainly listen to KMOX. Donald Trump. Donald Trump's president of the United States. It's weird. I know it's weird. And he's done a lot of things in the last week. Just unbelievable. And has some people freaking out. Keith Olbermann is freaking out about it. He wants him impeached immediately. Thinks he's reckless. Apparently, we're closer to, we're closer to midnight on the nuclear clock. The doomsday clock is now at 2.5 hours to midnight. That's it's been since the U.S. and the Soviets were testing hydrogen bombs in the 50s that it's come to this. I don't know why, but it gives me an excuse to play Iron Maiden. Really? Is it really that? Who does this? I don't. It's really. I think if anything, the relationship between the Soviet Union, Russia, and us might get better because this president has cojones to some degree. I don't know. Apparently, Miami-Dade, Florida, they're backing off their sanctuary city policies that impede authorities from deporting illegal immigrants. This isn't about deporting dreamers. This isn't about deporting people who want to be productive citizens. This isn't about people who move here and want to assimilate into the culture. Move here. Become a member of our society. Say the Pledge of Allegiance with pride and stand up when the national anthem is played. Remember where you're from, but become a part of the great American melting pot. Super! But if you break the law and you get deported and you come back and you kill somebody in a drunk driving accident and you kill somebody, goodbye. That's the only thing you have to worry about. I'm going to get into a list of the executive orders it's so weird for me to say that the president, that Donald Trump has made in the last week. Stephen is on the line. Steve, welcome to the News Radio 1120 KMOX. I'm Rob Carson. Your thoughts, please, sir.
I think Donald Trump is doing a great job, and I think if people come to the country illegally, they should be deported. If you rob a bank, you go to jail.
Yeah.
If you come over here, you should live by the United States rules. And what's wrong with that? In sanctuary cities, they should be punished like anybody else. You can't sneak in any other country, basically, in the world except the United States and get away with it and make it legal.
Yeah.
They should be deported. I'm not saying you can't deport them all because that's not feasible.
Yeah.
But if they break the law, you break the law. Why are people getting mad about that? If you rob a bank, you can't keep robbing banks and say, "Oh, that's okay with me."
Yeah.
It's good.
Well, Stephen, here's the thing, man. You come here illegally. And listen, God bless you if you want to come here and become a member of our society. If you do it illegally, you can't vote. Maybe never, maybe a 10-year window. You can't vote. It's just the way it is. I wouldn't expect to move to Mexico and move in illegally, sign up for a driver's license, and vote illegal. It's absurd on the face of it. And that we, as the most powerful country in the world, are willing to accept this is bogus. Stephen, thanks for the phone call. I do appreciate it. Mike, do we have to take a break here before the top of the hour, or do we just go to the bottom of the hour? I'm sorry.
You can break.
We will do a break. Okay, your thoughts on this, guys, are welcome. 314-436-7900 or 1-800-925-1120. My name is Rob Carson. You are listening to News Radio 1120 KMOX.
Have you ever dreamed of talking baseball with Mike Matheny or maybe
I didn't remember the break time. I'm
KMOX
sorry.
and Gold's Gym are teaming up.
That's all right. I'll type it to you again.
How did the Iron Maiden sound? I
As the
thought it sounded
KMOX
pretty
sports
sweet.
correspondent, you'll work alongside Tom Ackerman, reporting back to KMOX with the latest spring training news.
I was actually screening a call at that time.
That's okay.
Here's the key. To win, you have to audition. The final audition is Monday, January 30th at the Florissant Gold's Gym from 6 to 8 p.m. For details, KMOX.com/report.
If you or someone you love is suffering from hearing loss, please stay tuned for a special free offer from the makers of a revolutionary hearing breakthrough called Listen Clear. Listen Clear is precisely designed by top audio engineers to fit the ear almost invisibly, and it can be adjusted to best fit your individual hearing needs.
Thank
right
you, buddy.
now, we're offering absolutely free in-home trials to everyone who calls now. 1-800-900-6181. You'll also receive free shipping. Listen Clear is lightweight and practically invisible, so people typically won't even notice when you're wearing it. So again, if you or someone you love is suffering from hearing loss, please give them or yourself this life-changing 100% free in-home trial with free shipping. If you like it, you could even get free batteries for life. For free information, call now. 1-800-900-6181.
Share with your friends, okay? Do me a favor and share with your friends on Facebook, on Twitter, on whatever that I'm on KMOX, okay?
Join Jerry
I appreciate
Reynolds
it.
for straight talk and honest answers about everything automotive on The Car Pro Show.
It's The Car Pro Show. I'm Jerry Reynolds.
Listen to the Car Pro Radio Show Saturday starting at 3 on KMOX.
The results from 2016 are in, and it's official. Distinctive Diamonds now dominates the market here when it comes to diamonds and engagement rings. No other store even comes close to Distinctive's mind-blowing selection, rock-bottom pricing,
So I'm gonna have
and
like
cutting-edge warranties.
a minute or two
Distinctive
before the
led
bottom of the hour. What's going on?
old-style jewelry stores and corporate chains
we're coming back at 31.
by giving customers more choices,
Oh,
more
shit.
value, and a more
I broke
modern
way
day
too
shopping
early. I
experience.
apologize.
And if you're
Okay.
getting engaged this year, great news. Distinctive has brought in even more GIA
Okay.
certified diamonds from a half carat to 10 carats.
The normal
straight from the
break
diamond
for that
cutters.
time is
Whatever
at
size or
27,
shape,
and you
Distinctive
broke at
has
like
it in
26.
stock at the
All
absolute
right.
guaranteed best price, not just in
Pretty much
St.
right
Louis,
on
but in
track.
the USA. And our selection of rings is
A lot of people joining the conversations on
4,000
Facebook.
handcrafted one-of-a-kind rings to give her
Our
that
next break
unique look
here
from a
is
top
normally
designer.
around like
Don't make a mistake
42
and
or
pay too much
43.
somewhere
Very
else.
good. I'll do it at
Discover the
42.
smarter, better way to buy an engagement ring from the Oman Jewelry Store here, owned by a
My
major
online
diamond
or my
wholesaler.
my
Distinctive
Facebook
Diamonds, Olive and 270 at City
viewers
Place, where
are
St.
hearing
Louis
our
gets
conversation,
engaged.
so they get to hear all the
Have you been told
The
you may need
inside
orthopedic or spine surgery, but you've
information
been denied or placed on a
off
waiting
the
list because
air.
of your insurance? The specialty team at Blue Valley Surgical Associates
How the
will
magic
get you in
happens.
quickly for your MRI review.
You guys can't
Your
even hear
orthopedic
Mike
and
smoke,
spine surgeons
snorting all the
identify and treat
cocaine that he
the source of
does.
your pain to help
While
you get more out of
during the
life.
breaks, the
Don't
guy is
waste
so
another day
coked
suffering.
out of his
Call
mind, you have no
BVSA
idea.
Today at 314-932-2949.
And I get really high. I don't know, Mike, did they know that? I get really high.
BlueValleySurgical.com.
I think they know.
Our greatest
Thanks,
event
Mike. Thanks. It's a little obvious, right?
Palomino tent camper and Lake Park camp.
No wonder you're too lazy to shave.
Oh,
Every
Can,
day
do you
another
even,
adventure.
did you even look at Rob Carson's show at
Devil's
Facebook?
Tower,
You can't even tell I haven't
Badlands.
shaved.
Yeah, I got you up. I'm watching.
Dude, I haven't shaved. This is a week.
No, I would not be able to tell.
You can't
Away
even
from the stress
tell.
of work.
That's with high def.
It looks just like your profile picture next to it.
Whap again. Then I heard it.
I know.
The answer to the ancient Zen mystery.
I have the facial hair of a 12-year-old boy.
And put your hand on your chin, like in that picture, it would be identical.
Clear your mind. Go RV.
For the rest of your life. Buy early trailer. For the rest of your life. Buy early trailer. Rediscover your family. Show them you care for the rest of your life. You gotta be there.
Byerly, just 15 minutes west of I-270 on I-44 in Eureka.
Believe it or not, we all talk to ourselves in the car. If you think you don't, you do. And the weird thing is usually you're by yourself. I've talked with moms who are still yelling at their kids when they've dropped them off after school, CEOs who are concerned about issues that are going on at their work or in their home, and people from all walks of life who feel, for whatever reason, they're a failure. And I keep telling people the same thing over and over and over. The car will never talk back to you. Who among us does not need a circle of support in this life? I'm Vin Siller,
45 seconds.
Of Great Circle.
Okay, bud.
Recently, I've been traveling all around the state of Missouri, talking to people of all walks of life, and the themes that continue to come up are anger issues, low self-esteem, and family conflict. And I tell everyone the same thing. Great Circle can help. We accept all types of insurance. Great Circle isn't a last resort, it's a first step for any type of comprehensive mental health care. So you can stop searching for answers. Go to greatcircle.org. That's greatcircle.org.
If you see breaking news, call the KMOX newsroom at 314-444-3234 or email KMOXnews@KMOX.com.
Rob Carson filling in on News Radio 1120 KMOX. It is just a wonderful opportunity to fill in on this glorious radio station. If you'd like to watch the show live from my terribly groovy studio, and when you see it, you're going to go like, Austin Powers, you ain't got none on this guy. Just go to Facebook at Rob Carson Show. I am broadcasting live. There's 2 cameras. The main camera is on me, and I think you'll enjoy watching the show as well as hearing the show tonight. We'll get into a little bit more about Donald Trump's first week in office. Interesting week, surreal week. Missouri representative says that the nearly $1 million it costs to pay for cable TV in state prisons is too much. Apparently, Representative Jay Eggleston, they want to get rid of cable television and replace it, are you ready for this, with free antenna channels. Apparently, this was met with resounding bipartisan opposition. Prisoners pay for cable through a portion of costs for small items such as sodas and candy bars. And I don't think soap in the shower is part of it. Anyway, bought at prison canteens. The items are bought with money inmates earn from working each day or from family members. You know, here's the deal. I realize that prison is punitive, okay? But just giving prisoners network television, CBS, NBC, ABC, that's cruel and unusual. All right, that's cruel and unusual. That is almost as bad as, solitary confinement. I mean, waterboarding. Just, are you nuts? 3 channels? CBS, ABC, NBC? That is cruel and unusual. So I'm going to be behind that. They want their cable television, they can have their cable television. So what'd you think of the, it's so weird for me to say the president. And I'm a libertarian-leaning conservative, but it's still surreal. Do you still get the pinch me that you know that Donald Trump is the president? I mean, it's weird. It's crazy. But what I'm seeing from the guy is a guy who penned The Art of the Deal. It's a man that, and I don't know if if you're a business person, if you are a mover and shaker and you want to survive in this country, and hey, you know what? This is not the easiest place in the world to survive and to thrive financially. You've got to bust your butt in America if you want to be successful. But it doesn't surprise me, but this man, because I've known many, many people who are business people who are excellent at what they do, and they don't have time to mess around. They don't have time to sit around and have academic meetings about crap. I mean, we've all worked at companies where they have meetings and da-da-da-da-da. But by and large, the truly excellent people, the movers and the shakers, they get in, they get it done. If you looked at Barack Obama's daily schedule at the White House, and I did over the years, Barack Obama would have a 10:30, maybe morning briefing where he'd get his daily whatever from, his staff. And then he'd have another meeting later in the day. They play golf, whatever. Donald Trump the whole day is slated out. And this is how people of action behave. This is how they roll. They do. So to me, I'm while originally not frightened, but I would have rather seen Marco Rubio or whatever. This is the first time in a very long time that government has not been treated in the same way as it has in the past. This is a businessman moving in and saying, we are going to get things done. Boom, boom, boom. And with bureaucrats, there's a lot of excuse making. There's a lot of BS. And I find it refreshing. I don't think we should be terrified. Your thoughts are welcome. Here's the number, guys. 314-436-7900 or 800-925-1120. An interesting show today with the president having a joint press conference with British Prime Minister Theresa May. Some people are making comparisons between Reagan and Thatcher and Trump and May, and I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. It was a magical relationship between Ronald Reagan and Margaret Thatcher. But I don't know. I got a good vibe out of it today. The president, Donald Trump, the president. I know, weird still, right? The president just looked comfortable in his skin today. And I'm not meaning to make this a love fest for Donald Trump. I just thought it was kind of refreshing. The guy's got a sense of humor. Here he is kind of cracking a joke after one of the BBC reporters were selected to ask a question of the Prime Minister and Donald Trump. Here he is. Hold on one second. We'll try and get it going here.
Thank you very much, Prime Minister. Laura Kunsberg, BBC News. Prime Minister, you've talked about where you agree, but you have also said you would be frank where you disagree with the President. Can you tell us where in our talks you did disagree? And do you think that the President listened to what you had to say? And, Mr. President, you say... We'll see what she says. Mr. President, you've said before that torture works. You've praised Russia. You've said you want to ban some Muslims from coming to
a hell of a long question, by the way.
America. You've suggested there should be punishment for abortion. For many people in Britain, those sound like alarming beliefs. What do you say to our viewers at home who are worried about some of your views and worried about you becoming the leader of the free world?
This was your choice of a question.
I love that. I'm sorry. I think that's kind of funny. This is your choice. I mean, what? I'm here. We're here. Can you give me a little break? I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny. I thought it was a president who's comfortable in his skin. Anyway, president was also questioned about his brash personality during the press conference with Theresa May. Here is how he responded to that. It's pretty funny. Hold on, here we go.
People are fascinated to know how you're going to get on with each other. You're so different. The hardworking daughter of a vicar, the brash TV extrovert. Have you found anything in common personally yet?
Actually, I'm not as brash as you might think. and I can tell you that I think we're going to get along very well. You know, it's interesting because I am a people person. I think you are also, Teresa. And I can often tell how I get along with somebody very early, and I believe we're going to have a fantastic relationship.
like I said, I'm not meaning to, let my partisanship show. And I'm a libertarian-leaning conservative, and I've never been a huge Donald Trump fan. I became a big fan 2 months before he was elected because of a variety of reasons. This is refreshing to me. This is, a comfort level. I think it's really important that we are friends with our real allies again. That includes Great Britain. That includes Israel. God bless Israel. Thank goodness we're back in the good graces with Israel. And not in the good graces with Iran. And not in the good graces with the Muslim Brotherhood. Isn't it nice to know? It's probably because I'm white and I got white privilege that I want us to be friends with Great Britain again. But I thought it was cool for the president to invite the bust of Winston Churchill back into the Oval Office after it was sent back to the British Embassy because some sort of colonialist academic BS. And it just is nice to know that our friends are our friends and the good people are our friends again. And the bad people need to be a little concerned about it. The number here is 316-436 is 7900 or 1-800-925-1120. And we're not. It's not going to be all politics tonight, but some of the things that Donald Trump has done in the first week, starting building the wall. That's one thing. Keystone XL pipeline, Dakota Access pipelines. They're starting to go, getting a major move on that, and it's about time because it's been a political football for the last 7 years. It's a load of crap. Oh, I said 316 is the area code. 314-436-7900. Apologize, folks. You've got the TPP partnership trade deal pulling out of that. Hiring freeze for some federal employment, government employees as a way to shrink the size of government. God bless it. An order that directs federal agencies to ease the regulatory burdens of Obamacare. Thank goodness. Okay. So it's been a pretty big deal. An action on restricting federal money from sanctuary cities, breaking the law. I don't know if you've ever, I don't know. Are you a professional? Did you read The Art of the Deal? Are you a Tony Robbins fan? Have you ever been there? I don't know. There's a thing. Excellent people who are truly excellent and committed to things have a way of thinking, and it is the antithesis of government bureaucrats. And this is what he's bringing to it. So to government bureaucrats who shuffle papers and delay and have meetings, this is shocking and terrifying. At the EPA, people are showing up to work crying because Donald Trump won. You need to get over yourself. You need to up your game. Got a few things coming up on the way, including a couple things from the March for Life today, which I'm a big fan because I was a fetus, oddly enough. The number here is 314-436-7900, 1-800-925-1120. If you'd like to see the show live right now, see my lovely face, just go to Facebook and go to Rob Carson Show. Facebook, Rob Carson Show. I am Rob Carson. You're listening to News Radio 1120 KMOX.
Need a new CPAP? Then we need you.
Perfect.
We're CPAP.com, and we recently overstocked the world's best CPAP machines. Top-of-the-line devices from brands like ResMed and Philips Respironics. Call now and we'll give you a risk-free trial of one of these overstocked CPAPs. We'll even give you free next-day air shipping. Call 1-800-700-4471. The best part? No insurance needed. To prove CPAP.com is the #1 destination for all of your CPAP needs, we're letting you try a premium CPAP risk-free. CPAP.com has shipped over 1 million orders and has the world's largest selection of CPAPs and accessories. With no retail overhead, government red tape, or costly middlemen.
Hey, Rob.
Yes, sir.
Comfortable, effective.
So our next
CPAP
out is 5650 5650.
CPAP.com has
all right, give me 30 seconds out, okay?
CPAPs. Call
Yep,
now
I'll
to get
play
a
music at
risk-free trial of a
5620.
ResMed or Philips Respironics machine with free next-day air shipping. Call 1-800-700-4471. Hurry, when these overstocked CPAPs are gone, they're really gone. That's 1-800-700-4471.
Don't forget to tune in to the Sheen Bain Minute every Wednesday morning on KMOX at 8:14 a.m. Dr. Sheen of the Sheen Bain Institute will be your guide to healthier legs. For more information, please go to thesheenbaininstitute.com. Let the Sheen Bain Institute help change your life.
What is it about buying a mattress that leaves you feeling violated? Pushy salespeople, fake sales, the walk of shame out of the mattress store? Those days are over. Hi, I'm Christian von Rickenbach, co-founder of Helix Sleep, where you can buy a mattress online, customized for you, for hundreds of dollars instead of thousands. Go to helixsleep.com, answer a few simple questions, and we build you the most comfortable mattress you'll ever sleep on. Shipping is free, and you have 100 nights to try it out. Go to helixsleep.com/talkradio and get $50 off your order. That's helixsleep.com/talkradio.
Hiring is the most challenging part of my job.
We started using ZipRecruiter about 3 months ago. One click and my job was posted to 200 plus job boards, all the top sites.
All of the candidates came to my dashboard, and it's easy to compare them.
And I couldn't believe the number of great applicants we got. I don't know how we hired before ZipRecruiter.
Find the best candidates with ZipRecruiter, where your job is just one click away from 200 plus job sites. And right now you can try ZipRecruiter free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/talkradio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/talkradio.
Car buyers, you have lots of options, and Kia needs to be at the top of your list. And when it comes to choosing a Kia dealer, Paul Cerami Kia needs to be at the top of that list too. Because Paul Cerami Kia, the cheaper dealer, will get you into a new Kia at the lowest price possible, with no games, tricks, or gimmicks. Big discounts, low payments, and super low financing offers are available right now. But there's more to it than that, because when you buy from Paul Cerami Kia, you also get free lifetime maintenance.
All right, we have Pro-Life Mary on the line.
There goes off.
Repeat that once more. Free lifetime.
And we're back in about 2 minutes.
I will be here in 2 minutes.
Over the long haul for the lowest cost of ownership.
2 minutes to midnight.
So get the Kia you want, the service you deserve, the lowest price possible, and free lifetime maintenance at Paul Cerami.
Is that a song?
1 minute north of
Dude, you need to
I-270
listen to Iron Maiden, man who was born in 1990.
Yeah, that's a little before my time.
No kidding.
The cheaper dealer.
What's your band? What do you like?
It's Mark Reardon for Certified.
Oh, I like a lot of bands. Depends what genre we're talking about.
They have
give me a band you like.
Always recommend
my favorite band is Foo Fighters, so I'll just say that right now.
7 years now.
Okay. I'm not a big Foo Fighters guy. I love Incubus.
Incubus kicks ass. Wish you were here. You opened the show with it.
Yeah, you liked it the first week I played it, so I'm throwing it in.
Incubus kicks ass.
Came in, gave me an estimate.
Oh, yeah.
I gave them the green light.
Now, look at this. I'm like old enough to be your father, but we have connected. I love Incubus. Incubus kicks ass.
They sound great live, too.
I haven't seen them.
Back time and time again,
yeah,
like
they're
me.
really good live.
They're like, wish you were here.
It's easy. Just call 1-800-GO-CERTA.
Was just,
That's CERTA with
I
a
don't
C.
know. I wish you were, it's just a
CERTAPro.com.
powerful song.
Each CERTA Pro painter's
Drive
business
was
is independently
spectacular.
owned and
Dig was
operated.
spectacular.
I promise you,
Love
you will
Hurts
not be disappointed with the
spectacular.
quality of work
Pardon
and the
me.
level of customer
I love
service.
Pardon Me. I was hoping.
Pardon me while I burst into
Call
flame.
1-800-GO-CERTA
Just
today.
unreal.
1-800-GO-CERTA.
Yeah, they're all written really well.
Dig is such a good song. Oh my God.
Take the stress out of planning and let AAA Travel
I love
do the
it.
work
Stellar
for
was
you.
great.
AAA Travel
Jesus.
presents Disney.
That's kind of Stellar was out in 1999, 2000, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, I was still in grade school.
They've been around for a while. Drive
Disney
was
canvas
just
bag.
spectacular. Or 1-800-924 or 925-1120. I am also, by the way, on Facebook tonight, facebook.com/Rob Carson Show. You can see my lovely face. A lot of things that happened this week with Donald Trump, his first week of the presidency. It's weird. Isn't it weird that today that the March of Life followed almost a week after the March of Death, which happened on Saturday of last weekend? The giant women's march was not a women's march. It was just a bunch of pro-abortion people. I don't understand. I don't understand this sickening love affair with abortion. I don't understand it. Why has abortion become this feminist movement that I have the right to my reproductive health? And it's not that. It's a baby that you've been given the right to carry. It's a gift to carry a human being in your body. And if anybody's had a baby, and my wife's had 2 of them, and God bless her, it's a glorious gift But somehow it's empowering. It's empowering, and we disregard. And I don't want to make this all about abortion, because talk radio is all about gun control and abortion. But, dear God, I was a fetus. Of course I'm pro-life. Why would I not be pro-life? I thought it was a glorious day. I thought today was a glorious day for the pro-life movement for a couple of reasons. Kellyanne Conway talked about it today at the March for Life. It was just nice to see it. It was unavoidable. It was unavoidable to talk about it in the media. Even CNN had to cover this otherwise never covered event. Here's Kellyanne Conway today at the March for Life.
I am Kellyanne Conway. I am a wife, a mother, a Catholic.
Obviously big with the Catholics.
Counselor to the President of the United States of America. And yes, I am pro-life.
Come on! I am too. My wife could have aborted our children. I mean, honestly, she could have. We had no intention of doing that, but she could have. Mike Pence, first VP to talk at this in 44 years. Mara, you'll be up in a second. Here's Mike Pence, the VP. And by the way, this is a class act guy. Mike Pence is a class act guy. He looks like Race Bannon from Johnny Quest. I mean, he really does. But he's a class act guy. First VP in 44 years at this march to talk.
Thank all of you. On behalf of President Trump.
No.
My wife Karen, our daughter Charlotte, I'd like to welcome you all to Washington, D.C. for the 44th Annual March for Life.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a good day.
Yeah, it is.
And it's the best day I've ever seen for the March of Life in more ways than one.
He is 100% right.
I'm deeply humbled to stand before you today, deeply humbled to be the first Vice President of the United States to ever have the privilege to attend this historic gathering.
I got to tell you, I was adopted, guys. I was adopted. And my mother could have aborted me. She was a college student, from what I can gather. She was a college student. And she opted to have me. And it was a very tough time. It was the mid-60s that she had me. And she carried me and she gave me up. And by God, if I get the chance, I will meet her. And I will thank her for it. You were a fetus. I was a fetus. So many times fetuses are aborted before they can be born. So I'm not going to make this all heavy and all this about right to life. And Roe v. Wade is not going to be overturned, guys. I'm not completely when it comes to abortion. If you're raped and you go to the hospital and the doctor says, here's an RU486 to end the pregnancy that night, then I'm fine. That's crazy for a conservative to say, but by God. Or if your, relative rapes you and you go into the doctor and the doctor gives you an RU486 and says, here, I know maybe that makes me a pariah. I don't care. But by God, if you're a month or two into the pregnancy, now you're going to carry the baby. Mary's on the line. Mary, God bless you and welcome to the show. I'm Rob Carson on News Radio 1120 KMOX.
Well, the thing that I guess just absolutely blows my mind is these women that are so in favor of abortion because they say that every woman should have a right to their body. And I agree with them there. They should have every right. They don't have to get pregnant. They can have sterilization. They can do anything they want. But once that baby is in their body, it is no longer their body. It is a new, unique human being.
Mary, can I ask you, Mary, do you have children?
No, I do not.
Okay. But could you imagine being the host of a human being in your body? I can't. I'm a man. I can't do this. But what a glorious gift. What an enormous thing. And I watched my wife go through 2 pregnancies, and it was such a sacred and glorious event. I can't imagine.
I just don't understand. It's not their body. I'm all in favor if they can do anything they want with their body, but that is not their body.
Yeah, Mary.
Let's face it.
I get you, Mary. Mary, it's so interesting that a woman named Mary would call on this. Have a glorious evening, my dear. I appreciate your phone call tonight. Your thoughts are welcome on this and other things. Let's see. We're not going to talk about abortion all night. I know. It's kind of like this, what you expect from talk radio. 314-436-7900. I have some really cool stories on the way that I think you're going to enjoy. SLU is offering a new class. So when you see someone out and about beating on their kid, smacking their kid, all that stuff, how you should react to it. And I want to know how you react to it. I'm not a spanker. Never been a spanker. I mean, well, unless you consider, I don't know, some light recreational spanking between me and my spouse. But I'm talking about kids, smacking your kids. SLU is offering a new course on how to react when you see someone in public hitting their kid. All right, look at your thoughts on it. Have you ever reacted to somebody smacking their kid in public? Dog shelter booted from Chesterfield Mall, shutting down. A kid in Belleville, Illinois, he's 11 years old, and she got a 300-game bowling. I made it, maybe 240 was for me. Unbelievable, these kids nowadays. Your thoughts welcome, 314-436-7900, 1-800-925-1120. I am Rob Carson, another hour of this radio program on the way. By the way, on Facebook at Rob Carson Show, on News Radio 1120, KMOX.
For thousands of neighbors, family, and friends, breathing toxic air at work is an unwelcome reality. Smoking is still allowed indoors at many bars, restaurants, and casinos. Our bartenders and casino dealers shouldn't have to choose between their health and a paycheck. Secondhand smoke increases non-smokers' risk for heart disease and lung cancer. 100% smoke-free laws are the only real way